let's just bring something to the forefront that I'm just super excited for. Jonathan McReynolds followed me on Instagram. Wow.
Hey, welcome back to the Kren Collective. And today I've experienced God in multiple ways. Let's talk about it. We have so much to talk about. Literally in the last 24 hours, so much has been happening. God has literally been showing up and showing out. A couple weeks ago, my really good friend, Shalay, now she's a really amazing photographer. I met her through a friend probably a couple years ago. Now Shalay, she did photography. When I met her, I shared with her that I do hair, I do a lot of other things when it comes to art, when it comes to fashion. So she was like, okay, you do hair? Period. You gotta do my hair, okay? And she had like shaved sides and an updo. So I twisted and braided that updo so then she could then like put it in some really cool styles, and boom, she became a friend. And that's on that, right? Now she was really grinding in Detroit, but she wanted more, she wanted greater, she wanted something else. So fast forward a couple years, she moved to LA, right? And just like any artistic journey, it's not easy. So she went through her trials, tribulations, but now she's at a place where she's succeeding in photography. She has amazing skill. She has an amazing following and support system. She lives in California, so I need you to keep that in mind. Now, being that she lives in California, she sees me on Instagram doing what I do, right? Doing the wigs, posting pictures, creating outfits, and everything in between. So as I'm doing all these things, she hit me up probably a couple weeks ago, like, Kaylyn, I need a wig, stat. And that's on that. I was like, let's do it, okay? I love when people ask me for wigs, ask me for hair, because it's just something that I absolutely love to do. I'm really good at. So I'm like, let's get it going, right? After she asked to purchase a wig from me, she said, Kaylyn, you need to come to California so we could do a photo shoot. Like, I see you doing your thing, but you definitely need to come to California and visit. And then I'm like, girl, you better not threaten me with no good time. I will be on the first thing smoking. You better leave me alone. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. Keep it in the bag. Keep it in the bag, okay? So that was the first God moment. Now, the second God moment is with my really good friend, Ari. She lived in California for a couple years, but now she's back in Detroit. Now God moved her, okay? God placed her in Detroit right now for the time being. And yesterday, our conversation got real, okay? She was real raw about just me and what I've been doing and analyzing what I've been doing and how I spread myself kind of thin. She thought and analyzed and said to me that, Kaylyn, you put 10% here, 10% there, 10% there, but how about you put the whole 30% in one thing? So then that got me thinking, okay, one thing. How can I put something or one thing? Or how can it just be one thing when it equates to the arts? Because I feel like what I do, it's all intertwined in a very intricate way, right? Very intricate way. So I started thinking and we started going back and forth very, she's that friend that's very straight up, very raw with you. And that's what I love about her. So we started going head to head about those things, and she asked me, like, do you have any more goals, like any more goals of this year? And I'm like, yeah, I have fitness goals, I have financial goals. Okay, let me hear some of them. I'm like, fine. So I told her how I was introduced to an idea or a way of making money back in 2020, and it's called wholesale real estate. When I heard the idea, like a light bulb like went off in my brain and in my mind, and I'm thinking, wait, like what? Like this is an actual thing? Like I really want to learn more about it. And then after I heard about the idea, I read a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, and that kind of changed the trajectory of my perspective when it comes to wealth and as it equates to me, you know, and how I want to create wealth for myself and for my future family and also my current family. So I'm explaining this to her and she like, yep, that's what you're gonna do. I need you to sell a house in 30 days. When I tell you, my heart sunk to the floor, through the floor. I had a feeling that reminded me of when I went on stage for the first time in high school with my theater group. It was a feeling that I felt before, but I haven't felt in a very long time. And I loved it, right? It was refreshing, to say the least. Of course, it was some fear in there and some doubt in there because it's something that I literally never did before. But I'm not a stranger to hard work. So I'm like, okay, Ariel, like, okay, like, all right, let's do it. Like, let's do it, right? And she was like, okay, 30 days, you gotta focus on that. You cannot create anything new. You cannot hit the town with your friends all the time. I know you like doing this with your friends, doing this for your friends, taking pictures of your friends and all that. Ixnay, you can't create any wigs. Chalet, I still got you, right? I told her, like, period, I gotta finish that. Gotta finish that. But she told me nothing new, no new content. I can just post old. So then I was like, right? Because that's something I love. Like, I love the arts. I am the arts. Like, let's be super clear. You know, I've been doing the arts ever since I was little, and I'm really good at what I do, and I love doing it. But in Robert's book, Robert said that it's not about what you want to do all the time. It's about what you have to do. Now, Robert, he's a millionaire, and his vehicle of wealth is real estate. And he was saying that he loves real estate, but he hates learning or knowing about taxes. He hates learning about the law. But those are two things that he has to learn about to keep his wealth and extend his wealth, right? So I was like, okay, Aries. So everything was just making sense. But then she said, I paused. I need you to stop. And I need you to think. And I need you to pray about it. And I'm like, period. I'm going to pray about it. For sure, I'm going to pray about it. In that conversation, I also expressed to her that I just feel like I want to move. Like, I really want to move. But now, right now, I'm really, really focused on hearing from God. God has showed me a vision of the end of my life, and it's really, really exciting. I shared it with Ari, and she kind of lit up herself. I told her that, you know, I want to move. I want to meet new people. I want to talk to like-minded individuals like myself. I want to collaborate. I want to just do more in 2021. And she was saying California, she's so biased, right? Because she just loves California. But she was bragging about how California, they have really, really great people there, and everybody's there with the hustle mentality. It's fast paced. The possibilities are heightened simply because more powerful people are in those places. So I was hearing her out simply because she has been placed here by God at this time. I didn't plan on Ari coming back here at all whatsoever. I planned on me going to see her in Cali in a couple of years, but just the mere fact that she's here, she was here yesterday in my car talking to me about this and just giving me those nuggets and as I was sharing my vision with her about Kren Collective and where I want it to end up, where it will end up, and where it will and who it will affect, she then created the 30-day rule. So for 30 days, I have to focus on wholesale real estate. I can't focus on anything else. So that's one. Two, she was saying how, Kaylyn, you need to move to California. And that was really soon after I told her, like, I really feel like I need to go. Like, I need to go. I want new friends. I want this. I want that. She was saying, like, you need to move to California. I'm like, oh, girl, no. Girl, wait. I didn't say California. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a beautiful place, but it's just like, Cali, you know? Like, I really never pictured myself in California. When I graduated from college, I had this huge plan for my life because I wanted it, because I feel like it was the way that I should go. So I thought I needed to go to New York to pursue a life for me, you know, and the I and me. I just feel like it pains God's ear because he wants to hear the we, you know, like, what about me, Kaylyn? What about what I have for you? What about my plans for you? Like, what about me, dog? So I learned a lot. I learned a lot from the I and the plans I have for my myself and how they won't succeed without him. Okay. All right. So I heard her move to Cali. Woo, you know. Okay, I don't know, right? I'm like, but what I am doing is I'm listening to God. I'm listening to God moments. That's what I call them. I'm watching for God moments. I need to hear from him when it comes to big steps in my life. Because what I have learned when reading books, listening to some of my favorite preachers like Jerry Flowers from Redefine TV and Mike Todd, I learned that what God has for you is for you, but sometimes people don't get there because they aren't following his instructions, right? Using him as a light to get through that path more so, you know? So I don't want to be that, right? Of course, she planted that seed in my mind, and now I'm keeping my eyes open in a different way, right? I'm looking for God moments in different ways, right? Through different people, you know, and everything in between. So I'm like, okay, Ari, I hear you. I hear you with the California thing. I hear you with the 30-day hustle, real estate, focus in, not do anything else. But she like, boom, pray on it. And I'm like, period, I'm gonna pray on it, right? So I prayed on it. Now, we're getting into the third God moment. The first God moment was good old Chalet. I need you to understand that Chalet is in California. And she was like, girl, come on out. Like, sis, come on, don't do that. So that, of course, Ari, a little biased about California, but second God moment, third God moment. So I prayed on it, right? Prayed on it. And then I'm like, okay, cool. Jumped on my phone. Then I prayed about it again because I forgot I prayed about it the first time. Bam. So I don't know if that's what did it, but neither nor there. So I prayed about it and went to sleep, right? Woke up like 9:30 a.m., okay? Now I got this really bad habit of checking Instagram. Checking Instagram first, and I'm supposed to be checking my good old Bible Lab plan first. You know, I have plans to do, I have devotionals to do, but for some reason, it's just that good old, it's a bad habit that I gotta break. But hey, we all got flaws, right? None of us are perfect. So I checked Instagram. I'm responding back to messages people sent me, and I saw like the heart had a little red dot on it. I'm like, okay, who liked my picture? Like, who did? What's up? You know, who liked my picture? So I clicked on it, and how come Jonathan McReynolds followed me? Listen, it's still kind of wild. Like, it is still just like, wait. And when I saw his name, I'm just like, hold on, give me a second. I'm like, Like, I clicked on his name probably 6 times. I'm like, I gotta make sure, is this the right account? Because for some reason, fake accounts love contacting me. Romeo Miller's fake account, yeah, you just been the best. Like, oh, fan, I love you, fan. And oh, if you want to contact on music, please contact me ASAP. I'm like, boy, not 5 followers, and you talking about contact you on what? Come on. Big Sean fake account was like, oh, thank you so much for the support. Like, yeah, da. I'm just like, I think I had a real conversation with him, with the fake Big Sean. So if y'all want to see that, please let me know. I think I might drop the pictures on my YouTube channel. But I'm like, boy, but I'm talking to the fake Big Sean, like, I mean, so why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Or like, why are you here? Oh, this is just my account that my marketing manager told me to create so I could just connect with my don't connect with me. Goodbye. Delete. Period. But Jonathan McReynolds, every time I click his name, it went right back to his real page. And the good old page that said, everybody, this is my only account. I don't have any other accounts, like, period. So I'm just like, God, what? When I said show out, I didn't mean this. Like, are you serious right now? So, oh my goodness. So I clicked it probably 6 more times. But then I'm like, Kaylyn, yeah, this is the real deal. And y'all, he followed me. He followed me because he was playing a game. What is it? Tell me something to post and I'll post it. Ask me a question and I'll post a picture to reflect it. You know the game that's been going on. And somebody asked him, what's a song that you feel has been slept on? And then he posted this song called Try. Now, when I tell you Jonathan McReynolds is a beast at what he does, literally range is amazing. Music composed beautifully, okay? Excellently. What other words can I use? It's just cultivate your soul. It helps you through situations in life. And when I get stuck on an artist or a song or a person, I literally listen to them like day in, day out, on repeat. Like, and Try is definitely one of my absolute favorites. If you haven't heard it, please head over to Apple Music, or you can also head over to YouTube. He has like a live concert that he actually, you know, recorded the YouTube video at. So YouTube is my favorite place because I love a visual, but you can also check out, you know, on Apple Music or any of your favorite platforms, his song Try, my favorite. Literally, it's a way of living. It's the way of living, right? That's what life is about. You try something, you fail, you learn. You try something, you succeed. You try something, you make a lot of money. You try something, you meet a lot of amazing people, right? Try. That's all you can do, right? Like, that's literally all you can do. And I feel like that's all God wants you to do. So, yeah. I mean, I fell in love with Jonathan McReynolds. His first song I ever heard was I'm Not Lucky, I'm Loved. And when I tell you that beat, baby, that beat uplifts your soul. It makes you feel good when you don't want to feel good. And when I heard that, I'm like, who is this? Repeat, 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 repeat. And period. Jonathan McReynolds has been out for a very long time, but I just caught wind of him like last year. So I literally repeated. And then I just let like the YouTube algorithm play, like the good playlist that they create. Try came on, Cycles came on, and Cycles, amazing song. Like, I was in Atlanta with my little sister in February for the Bronner Brothers hair show, and while we were getting ready, I played Cycles, and she was like, whoa, like, okay, like, that's deep, like, okay. And I, you know, and my little sister, she hard to impress. You know what I'm saying? My little sister, she will tell you if you ain't, you know what I'm saying, about it, you know. But Jonathan McReynolds, check your box. So hopefully he checks your box. Please check him out. Okay, my favorite song is Try. Cycles is an amazing one. He just released a visual album. Moving On, that's what good brother man Molly Music. And I loved Molly before I loved Jonathan McReynolds, because Molly Music made this song called Beautiful, and that song probably took me through 2017, 2018, 19, or probably 18, 19, period. Okay, it just feeds your soul at that point. So woo, I was like, what? And this happened at 9:30 a.m. okay. So at that point, I called my friends, okay? Calling my friends. My friends like, no, are you serious? I'm like, bro, yes, I'm serious. I clicked it 16 times. I like I'm for real, you know? And then I showed my mom. I'm like, mama, I had to tell her the God moments in order, chronological, Chalet to Airy to Jonathan McReynolds. I had to just make it all make sense. And then I guess the cherry on the top is that, of course, he's an amazing composer. It's just amazing, okay? Amazing composer. But he lived in Chicago, but he moved to LA, which is crazy. So that's amazing in itself. I called Ari, and of course, Ari like, what? Are you serious? Period. So when we moving to Cali, I'm giving you 1 year. I'm like, okay. I'm like, hold on. I need to listen to God more. I need him to guide my steps. I need to hear him clearly. I want him to continuously talk to me so I can make the best decisions that glorify his divine plan and purpose for my life. And that's on that, right? My plan or my vision for my life definitely will affect those that need it the most. And it's not a coincidence or accident that I was born in Detroit. I was telling my mom that it's not a coincidence that I was born here and I have this drive and I have this vision for Detroit. I'm like, it's not a coincidence that Detroit is the blackest city, it's the poorest city, and it's also the most dangerous city. Like, there's no coincidence, right? But Aries' whole thing is that of course we want to affect the black community. We want to prevail the black community, but sometimes we have to go to where the power is to then bring it back home. That was the last God moment, and it's just really, really, really interesting how it all happened, and I'm really, really excited for the future. Now, since it happened like this and in this way, I'm going to take Ari up on her offer with the 30 days focus on wholesale real estate. I'm going to focus in. I'm going to just do that. I'm going to limit my distractions. She said 1 dessert a week. So dessert is the things that I love to do. So the hair, the cut up a video, the upload a vlog, the hang with my friends, and all of that in between. I have 1 day out of the week, right? So she low-key don't even want me to do that. And of course I have obligations. So I tutor 2 wonderful little girls, little 5-year-old kindergarten little girls, and they are just fantastic. Like, they call me TT Kaylyn, so those are my little nieces. So I'm going to do that. I told her, period, I gotta still do that. And of course, my other obligation, big obligation, is my pop-up shop. Now, I won't be creating any new product, but I still do have old product that I'm gonna sell at that pop-up shop. So please stop by. I'll be there, Liver Noise, Wednesday through Sunday. I'll be there probably Wednesday through Saturday. I like to save Sunday to reboot and just, you know, be in God's word and listen to some God music and just relax and take it easy. But I will be at the pop-up shop selling what I have, but I won't really be creating anything new. As for my website, feel free to purchase off of my website, but I won't be able to ship the items until February. So please surf the website, get familiar with the website. If you don't want to put in any orders until February, feel free to do so. I'm going to put that right next to the product in its description and say that this item won't be available until February. I'm really excited for what January has to bring. I still am going to plan out my year, quote unquote, but January is new, right? Everything is new. The way I'm doing things, how I'm doing it, and also with what I'm doing it with. I don't know anything about wholesale real estate, but I'm just going to pray, let God order my steps. And yeah, that's the fun part. Like, I don't know who my teachers will be. I don't know what I'm going to enroll into. I don't know. I just don't know anything. I just know when I heard about it, I lit up like a candle. Okay. Ting. Okay. So I'm excited for January. Look out for new things revolving around the Kren Collective. In February, I'm going to try to sneak in some vlogs in January. But I'm excited for 2021. 2021, I'm going to be more intentional in 2021. In 2020, I was just really rolling with the punches. You know, I was thinking about some stuff, just doing it. I got fired in February. So after I got fired, all bets were off. I'm just like, okay, let's just make it happen, Kaylyn. You know, you have skills, you have fabric, you have machinery, you have sewing machines. Let's create. Let's take some pictures. You have money, you have all these things. You have all that you need. Child, and if that ain't God, I don't know what it is. You have all that you need. Right? Right? So I did with what I had, and it came out amazingly. I'm definitely happy with what I did in 2020, but 2021 it will be intentional, so it shall be impactful. Yes. So just know I love you. Thank you for listening to me. Keep your eye out for God moments. Big shout out to Miss Shalay. I love you, girl. Your wig is on the way. Jonathan McReynolds, still can't believe it. still can't believe it. Like, I think I'm gonna check my phone again just to make sure that you ain't unfollow your girl. And it was just like, unfollow. You know, I just gonna make sure, I don't know. But, cause it's crazy. I screenshotted it. I recorded it. I recorded your story. The whole synopsis will be up on YouTube. And let's put this one in the books, y'all. So today, December 30th, 2020, was the day that I saw God literally less than 24 hours. I asked, I received. I told him, look, I need you to speak. Come on, I need to see something. And when I tell you he showed out, my mom was like, what, for real? Friends was on the same tip. So it's amazing. So big thank you to everybody that's supporting me, the Shalays, the Jonathan McReynolds, the Ariels, and everybody in between. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I will see you in February.
So I'm gonna try. See, I'm gonna try. A little harder this time.
Now, I hope you all enjoyed the story. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell to keep up with everything we have going on. I'm really excited to dive into the next year with you. I love you, and I will see you soon.